Hey everyone, welcome to White Noise Live, episode 5.
Hey!
Friday and late. And I'm here with
It's good to be here.
Ian and Ethan in bird form for any of
Yeah,
you
it's
watching
me.
on YouTube.
This is his version of going home and putting on comfortable pants.
Yeah. I have to take off the horrible skin suit that I wear normally.
This is our nice casual late night episode. This is the difference here. We do if we don't want to think about stuff, we do it on Friday evening when we're all tired. And then if we do it on Saturday morning, I put more work into it and like interview other YouTubers and stuff.
Oh, dude, I can watch us live. Oh, this is gonna be horrible. No, mute.
I would suggest muting it.
Oh,
I
thank God.
I see Sam Downs saying hello. I'm not sure if that's from last time or if he's here right now. But if so, hi Sam Downs. Nice to see you.
I like pop out the thingy. Is that a thing? Pop out chat. Okay. That's all that I wanted to
Didn't know you could do that. Today's episode is the community comments episode. We're going to be responding to you guys in the chat directly more because I'm not actively interviewing someone. And we're going to be reading off comments from videos that we've made since community comments ended. So that's what we're doing today. We don't have any selected. We just have our YouTube channel open, and we're gonna just kind of scroll through and find.
Welcome to the laziest show on earth.
Yeah.
I resent that. I could make a lazier one. Don't challenge me.
Soda right now, and you could all listen to it, but I'm not gonna do that.
I gotta give props to Avery for being such a dedicated fan.
Wait, is she here?
I mean,
she just
it's Oklahoma, you know.
Time. I mean, yeah, sure.
Oh.
She probably doesn't have much else to do, but thanks for stopping by
That's
anyway, Avery.
mean. Don't be so mean.
I'm not saying
It's
anything
just...
bad about her. I'm talking about Oklahoma.
Oh. So you're saying something bad about Oklahoma, huh?
Yes. I've never been known to do that.
I hear there's a lot of tornadoes there right now, so maybe we shouldn't talk so much, or they might come here.
The tornadoes or the Oklahomians, Oklahomites?
You see, I know that the tornadoes come, but I also know that Oklahomans stick in Oklahoma regardless.
Unless the tornadoes throw them this way.
No, see...
But then they just start walking back. It's like ants, you know, like, you ever hear that ants figure out where they're going by counting their steps? They figure this out by taking ants and tying teensy tiny ant stilts on them. And they overshot their destination because their legs were longer, so their strides were longer.
Huh. Well, that's
They're
not
just pre-programmed to just go like, going that far, and keep going. It's same thing, but with tornadoes.
Whenever I hear about these experiments, I think scientists' lives are a lot funnier than they probably really are the majority of the time.
I mean, Kyle, haven't you watched The Big Bang Theory? It's the funniest show, and it's about scientists. It's so funny. It's not funny at all. I don't
Ian,
know.
describe our super fun day that we're gonna have tomorrow while I share our link on YouTube or not on Facebook and stuff.
Tomorrow we are performing a housewarming ceremony for a friend of mine. His house has gotten cold again. Last year we had a housewarming party for him because he just moved into a new apartment. This year we're doing it again, but he's not moving anywhere. We just want to do it again. So, you know, whatever.
Oh, okay.
Sue us. We're going to start with Deadpool, then move on to chicken wings, then probably board games, and maybe go for a hike, and eventually end up with anime.
Is hiking going to be in there?
Somewhere in there.
Fun.
Hiking?
And maybe, I don't know. I kind of wanted to do geocaching.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
That sounds pretty fun.
It's like, as long as we're just going to kind of like randomly walk about, we should be looking for things in a sort of vaguely waypoint manner.
I've been getting into... this is a weird sentence. It's just such a weird sentence to say.
I've been getting into narwhals.
I've been getting into exercising more lately. Like, it feels really weird when I'm not exercising.
I hear that happens to people. I think it's like Stockholm Syndrome.
I didn't believe it either. I always thought it was so weird, like, how can you enjoy exercise? But now, it's like, the more I do it now, if I go a day without it, I'm like, I feel miserable, I need to go run or something.
Yeah, I always interpreted that feeling as, wow, that exercising yesterday sure made me feel miserable today.
Well,
see, that's not it, because the It's a weird switch that flips because soreness due to exercising now feels fantastic. Like, I love that feeling. Soreness due to sitting still for 9 hours and like all my muscles knotting up is the worst thing. So yeah, hiking sounds
It's weird,
great.
like when you get accustomed to that sort of like. Do you know that if you become a regular exerciser, your body like it just starts sweating more
I have
because it
heard
knows
that.
you're prone to just
I've not
like
experienced it
exercise. It's
yet.
like oh,
That's
so
gross.
things that have no need to involve sweat. It's like yeah, well, sure, it may not need sweat right now, but like he's probably just gonna go ahead and like run 16 miles because this is how it starts. And then you come back from the car to get your keys and like oh, need a new shirt.
I just think the weird thing about that, like, oh, we're gonna do this, then this, is like, yeah, we're gonna go hiking, then watch anime.
Oh yeah.
Like, like
That was an
what?
interesting list of no. That's the kind of I'm looking forward to it because it's gonna be like the first full
Guys,
Saturday.
I have a
that
new item
don't
in my
work.
Steam inventory. I wonder what it is. Aw, what is it, guys? Oh, it's a card. Butts.
So yeah, I'm just looking forward to having
An empty Saturday.
an excuse to not work on things because I would just be distracted by other stuff the whole day.
I mean, like, you could always work and do stuff.
I do usually. This time I'm not going to because there's going to be so many people on like pre-planned events that I have no way to work in any kind of extra YouTube related activities.
You'll figure something out. I promise.
It's possible, but I'm going to try not to.
I don't think I could take Ethan seriously if his face is Cyrus. I don't know what's happening.
Oh yeah, I
I'm
apologize,
confused.
Chat. I
They're making
immediately
fun of
stopped
me.
paying attention to you right after I said that we were going to be featuring you guys during this episode. I successfully shared my post, so I'm done with that now. All right, let's see who else we got today. We got the Cipher. He says became a
this?
fan back when you did the KSP skits. Awesome.
We got a lot of them then.
Sticking around so long, yeah. We got the KSP group and we have the Civ group, are two like big groups that came from those videos. I
The
just checked-
KSPers seem to be a little bit more
Hey,
stick together
Jeffrey,
though.
get him in here.
Yeah.
Get Jeffrey in here now.
Cohesive.
Jeffrey, get in here.
What?
Jeffrey, I
Wait.
swear to God, get in here.
Is he in the chat? Oh, he is.
He's in chat. Jeffrey, I swear to God, I'll eat your brain.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I just noticed that
It's like
the least popular Civ 5 video so far, which may just be because it's the newest one with the scouts, has 30,000 views now. Like they just never stop growing.
What? The Ruin one?
I think it's probably just like people who are trying to desperately keep themselves from playing one more turn. Just one more Civ video. Just one more Civ video.
I wonder if
Well.
it's because not many people make I wonder if we have a limited market or something, and that's why we get more viewers. On
But
those.
if we had
I
that
can't
limited
figure it
of
out.
a market, like it wouldn't be searched that we're clearly tapping into something that has a lot of demand.
Yeah, I really have no idea what the success is about with those, but I came up with 4 more Civ ideas, and we're filming one next Sunday. So
Oh
The
god.
thing about Civ that like I find interesting is that I don't see a lot of videos about it, but there's a lot of stories. Like there's always D&D stories that you'll find on the web, like the green text or like
Yeah.
whatever, that kind of stuff. There's a lot of Civ ones too, but there's no like Civ videos besides the ones that we make. I don't know. Is that maybe you're right about the like selective audience? Like maybe just no one makes Civ
Maybe.
skits.
Well, so first we have to take a sample of the grand, huge chunk of the population that we can boil down into makes skits about video games for YouTube in their free time.
Okay,
Which
so that's a lot.
it actually is a
Isn't-
pretty large
I mean-
group of people.
I mean, but like, it's a pretty
Well-
specific hobby,
It
really,
is,
though.
it is.
There's skits and then there's let's plays.
And then,
We
like, you have to
use-
like take those and go, okay, now let's find people who do Civ, and also who import characters into it to like. I mean, it doesn't have native people for us to work with, so we have to kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah. Jeremy Payne says Ethan Y.
I mean, why not? The
Right.
awkward, most horrible face that I've ever made. Hey, what's going on?
I'm impressed and creeped out by how much more improved that software has gotten.
Oh,
That was
you
not
want
a
to see something
well-constructed
horrible, Kyle?
sentence.
Oh, I can't do it. Oh, it broke. They broke the broke. They fixed the bug, basically. Now I'm upset.
Lachlan says he first saw the Civ videos about a week ago, so he's a new subscriber. Hi, Lachlan. Thanks for subscribing.
Hey, welcome to
Woo-hoo.
Lightning.
Thanks for subscribing and then immediately coming to a live podcast. That's usually something people do after like a year. So thanks
That's
for
like
stopping
this is
by.
like the
Well,
end.
to be fair, like back on the idea of demographics, it's usually something that people don't do.
Yeah.
So we're
It's
just
not.
we're like the center of the Venn diagram.
And we made the
Sure.
Venn diagram. It's a very specific Venn diagram.
Why would you?
It's
make
actually
that
just
diagram?
us standing around in a couple of circles, like our arms all outstretched. We are the Venn diagram.
Aw, that's a little sweet when you think about it.
I guess.
It's
Alright,
like one of
I'm
those like
Passers-by, and
those
kind
murals.
but yeah, okay, it makes a better mural than it does like an awkward high school picture. Like I'm thinking, like a trust building exercise.
No, it's like a mural, you know, with like all the people standing around the earth, and they're like, "Yeah, pollution
Have
is
noses.
stupid."
I'm gonna start skimming
What?
through some of these video comments now. I'm starting on
Oh, can I do it too?
FTL. Yeah, you guys can just pick whatever video. If you see a funny
can't
comment, mention it. I have one here from Ryan Colbeck from
Does he have a
the
Colbeck?
FTL video that says, if you have power over the doors and the pause button, you have power over time and space. Which I
Huh.
remember reading when he posted it. Was,
I think Einstein would love this game.
and despite that, I still die every time.
Well, I mean, faster than light's really hard, and you can only
It
do
is.
things when you're unpaused. So it doesn't matter how much pausing you can do. It just matters how annoying your ship is when it's on fire from one missile.
You think that would be a useful superpower
I mean-
if you could pause time, but you still couldn't move? Like, would that still be
I mean,
useful just
if
to
you
give
were
yourself
like
more time to
a
think?
super genius, like you could think through situations better and go like, "Yeah, all right, I'm gonna
It's
pause."
like the-
time," and
I
then-
mean, you would then have a superpower equivalent to a Snickers commercial.
oh man.
So take that for what you will.
All right, I want to get a comment from our old podcast when Reed watched Jimmy Neutron. Oh, I'm not gonna do that. That'd be stupid. Which video do you want me to do? Just any of-
Anything since we ended the community comment series, I think.
I am here browsing through Dibs on the Ruins, and I'm going to pick one.
Hello, Music Musket.
I'm-
Yes, Ethan is a bird. This is his bird form.
Yeah, this is me. Oh God, I started a video and I heard you, Kyle, and then I heard you talk, and I freaked out a little bit.
Oh, that
It was a
actually
little
reminds
weird.
me. The very first time we ever made a podcast, I
Yeah.
think it's the first episode on our
Like
site.
0 or episode one.
1, I guess, not episode 0. John
Episode
was listening
negative
to it.
1.
And this was back during an era when John had his Skype set to auto answer. And I refer to it
Oh.
as the most fun I've ever had on Skype.
What happened? I don't think I remember this.
Well, a few things happened. In this particular case, I called John and it auto answered, and I heard him listening to the podcast, and it took me like 10 minutes to get his attention because he couldn't tell the difference between me on the Skype call and me on the podcast.
Thought that you were like talking to him through the. He thought that like the podcast was talking to him or something.
He finally
The best part about
understood what
the
was
story
happening.
is like, nobody wins in this scenario.
Yeah, no, not at all.
This is roundly and very accidentally terrible for everyone in completely non-preventable ways.
He finally understood what was happening. He was like, "Yeah, I thought you were just like being really rude and interrupting all of us, and I didn't remember that happening."
Oh, that's pretty great. All right, I got intersnecht.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, whatever that is, you know.
I don't remember
Okay,
if we told
okay.
this story on the podcast, but if anybody has not yet heard the story of me, Ian, and John yelling at ourselves over Skype and is interested in hearing that story, let us know in the chat. I can't remember if I've talked about it before.
We talked about it on our watching our own videos thing.
Was that what that may have
Oh.
been it? I don't know how many people have actually watched us watch our own videos.
I don't remember that.
We could just keep patting it into little niche places until we have like puttied up all the cracks in White Lightning HQ with this one little story. Anytime you look in a weird little nook or cranny, Hey, look, they're talking about that again.
Okay. So I gotta. This isn't exactly a comment, but it's like a little mini chain. Do you mind if I read that?
Sure.
It's on Intersnect. Okay.
I mean,
okay.
I'll be personally offended, but I'll get over it.
I'm sorry, Ian. It just we gotta grow as people. You know, we gotta spread our wings and fly.
Can't make me.
Okay. Well, I'll buy you some wings at the wing. Okay. Anyway. So this is from Intersnect, which is I actually really like that one. That was pretty good. It's from. Oh, did I scrolled up. Damn it. 1 second. Okay. From Noelster. I can't say it. If he downloaded the internet into his brain, where is all the porn? This is a good comment because it's accurate. And then you reply, Kyle. Realistically, that would have made up at least half the download, but also would have made a very different video. And then, my favorite part personally, Tara replies, sequel.
I like the inflection you put on that comment.
What?
That really brought it to life for me in a way that really solidifies why we will not be making a sequel.
No, we gotta do it now. White Lightning HQ after dark, baby.
No, this is White
That's
Lightning
right
HQ
now.
After dark.
Yeah,
This is as bad as it gets.
This is as PG-13 as we get. I said porn.
Past their 10 o'clock bedtimes.
Hey, what are you all doing? It's a school night. Oh wait, no, it's
Speaking
not. It's
of,
Friday.
did
Who
I
cares?
see Rachel sleeping behind you when you entered the call? Or
No,
was I
she
just
is-
confused?
She is sleeping, but not behind me.
Okay, maybe
That
I'm
is-
just used to
Sleepwalk.
seeing. Every time Ricky gets on
Wait.
this podcast, there's somebody like he'll lean over and somebody is sitting at the kitchen table behind him, and it always freaks me out every time it happens. So.
Oh yeah, oh no, that has nothing to do with anything. Why did that remind me of it? I'm stupid.
I don't know. Thank you for that.
Sorry, I ruined everything, Kyle. I ruined the whole podcast. Ian, you're frozen. Ian, you're ice.
What?
You're an ice.
I mean,
wait, oh, you're moving.
look, I know
Sorry.
I'm cool, but
Let's see what else. Also from FTLs, we have from
Anything.
Im Krylov. This is adorable.
Aw.
See, this is unlike our community comments videos. I won't like be tossing out the comments that aren't any good.
you need to put a stop to the door puns, but like in a way that lets you use the word doorstop, preferably.
Hmm.
That'd be great.
Although that did remind me of back when I used to work at the art studio, Ethan and one of the other instructors there, Jessica, would just randomly enter into pun-offs.
Oh yeah, I remember
There
that.
wouldn't even be
That
a
was pretty
challenge
good.
usually. It would just start, and then it wouldn't stop for like 10 minutes.
I mean, the thing is, that all started when I thought that I was really good at puns, but she went up to me over and over, and then I lost my beautiful pun crown. It was a crown of fallacies, and
You don't want that. That's no.
Ian, you don't understand.
It's like
it.
keeping your tonsils after they've gone bad. No.
Why would you not want that? You could put them in a jar and show them to people and go, "Hey, look, it's my gross tonsils."
I really meant in your body, but I guess I was not specific enough.
Why would I keep my gross tonsils in my body?
That's what I'm
like-
saying.
It's like
No,
the
what
tumor
I'm
in a jar
saying-
from Yoda's Christmas.
Yeah, exactly.
But like
See?
the whole point of being the person who does puns is that they're terrible.
Yeah.
If you're good at them in a way that makes people appreciate it, like enough to give you a crown, like you're totally missing the point of the pun.
Hey, Ian. The point
you
is
dare.
sharp.
That's not a pun. It's just a literal reading.
It's a
of the-
metaphor for
Lachlan
life.
says it's not even 5 p.m. here. Where do you live, Lachlan? I'm interested. Because most of the places I know, it's later.
Kyle. He lives
than
in
here.
Hawaii. Does
So-
he? I don't know.
You'd have
Maybe
to
lying.
live the opposite direction. So I'm curious about where you are.
I mean, both directions are the opposite direction if you go far enough that way.
Wait, how does time work? Like, which direction does time move?
Okay, that's a much more complicated question. Like, so
No. Okay.
first you have to create
No,
the universe.
No, I mean, what's behind us? We're dab smack middle in the USA. So is New York earlier? Is it like, like 9 o'clock
New
in
York
New York?
gets to the hour we're at before us.
Okay. So
It is
to the
currently
right.
12:49 in New York. That is Eastern time. Then we get to.
interesting conversation.
Are you
Hey.
kidding me? I've been
Shut
waiting
up.
for people to ask about time zones. Just actually don't have that many facts on time zones. We can move on.
Let's make our own time zone.
Find more
We should
comments.
call it the 25th hour.
Comment time.
Okay.
Comment
Oh,
zone.
I got one. I got one. Or no, Ian go and then I'll go.
Duncan just
Rachel
Duncan says Kyle is the greatest at deadpan. Thanks, Duncan.
Pretty good.
You can't cook.
This comment comes to you from Collaborative Consumption, as stated by Music Musket. Rachel probably had a lot of fun doing this. Just the idea of all those pillows and blankets sounds so comfortable. And yes, she did.
That was a comfortable.
It wasn't so much acting as it was just her just kind of being there.
And Music Musket is here right now.
Is that so?
Wait,
What?
music.
As is Ultra Light.
Oh
Ultra Light.
yeah.
I just realized how cool his username is. It's like a musket that you shoot and a
It's
song comes out.
Trumpet. It's a trumpet.
Music. No.
Isn't that a music
No.
blunderbuss?
Yeah. See.
Okay, so maybe it's like a clarinet then.
So wait, is like a tuba a music howitzer?
I think it's more like a music sprinkler.
Oh,
I don't think they're all ordnance. I think some of them were less threatening.
that's a shame.
I've never been ever intimidated by the word euphonium. It just doesn't happen.
I've never even heard that word, I don't think.
It's like a mid-sized tuba thing. It's the Greek word for good sound. Let me tell you something. When you name an entire product after something, like a virtuous thing, there's a high chance that it's not that thing. And you're trying to pass it off as that thing.
Let's see what comments are on the
Okay,
latest
I got one.
intelligence. Okay, go for it.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so this one's from Ghost Finders,
Yeah.
and like 90% of the comments are saying how good the twist was, which that's well deserved because that was a very good twist.
Now, we may have already read some of the comments on Ghost Finders. That one was... We did a community comments on Ghost Finders.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
I won't then. I'll just
mean,
awkwardly stare at you until you do something.
You can read it off again if you would like.
Okay, I just kind of liked it.
It's
So
like-
I actually just like the guy's name the most. Okay, from Captain Kerfluffles.
Yeah.
I love Captain Griffluffles.
I'm an idiot. No, don't say that. I read the title as
Yes,
Ghost
dessert.
Fingers and was disappointed when there were no spooky hands floating around.
I think we did.
See, when I
read
hear
that
Ghost
one.
Fingers,
specifically
I
remember.
actually... I feel like it's chicken fingers, but less tangible, which isn't
see-
like a logical thought process. There's like a bunch of things that should come before that, but like Ghost Fingers immediately sounds to me like a meal that's not very good.
Well, okay, so you know how when you go get chicken with a friend and you get chicken fingers and there's always like 2 or like 1.5 left?
No,
Since
I've never
no
had
one-
that problem.
Oh, okay.
There's a rumbly in my tumbly that only chicken fingers can satisfy.
I have a comment from Inhuman
Inhuman!
on the latest counterintelligence, the one where we switched formats.
How late
Oh,
is
yeah.
It says, so this isn't an edutainment vlog cast with suits anymore, I see. I'll have to input that data in my neurotic, self-conscious, codependent AI I built for myself. How's your AI coming along?
it?
See, the first time I read
What?
this, I really read it as Al.
Why?
What?
I just like it. That's just what I guess I'm more used to seeing serifed eyes. I just like self-conscious, codependent Al. Like, I'm not sure that Al appreciates being self-conscious but codependent. Like, let Al have some breathing room.
I mentioned that we would mention at least briefly what went into changing the format. I think I may have explained it once already, so you want to give your quick summary take
Wait,
on
how
it,
long are we
Ian?
into the podcast? Is it? Yeah, 20 minutes. 20 minutes.
Elfrolight was
Wow,
asking,
you are faster
20,
than me.
23 minutes and 37 seconds as of right now.
Music Musket is quick on the draw. He's the fastest draw in the time-patrolled West. This summer, 1 man, 1 alarm clock, 2 guns. I have nothing after that. I'm sorry.
Ian,
I think you
why
shoot
did
the
we
alarm
change-
clock twice.
Why did we change the
Oh, yeah.
counterintelligence?
So I produced such a beautifully well-researched and informative topic
It made
that
me
it
puke.
broke Kyle. Kyle had a bit of a creative crisis of conscience halfway through filming the John D episode.
Yeah.
It was kind of skit-like, but it was also kind of real. We just sort of like we were going to switch to a presentational style that was less discussion based and more just sort of giving out facts based. And to this end, I had researched in depth this man John D and was divvying up the parts for each of us to present. I had a way for us to present it, and we were just going to kind of like take turns and bounce off each other. And if we got the rhythm right, it'd be kind of cool. But this was not this. This finally convinced Kyle that this was not what he had ever wanted in the first place. This culmination of the form into something that actually sort of approached the idea we had come up with proved to him that that was not the correct idea. And so he started kind of like spitballing and basically melting down into components of creative dribble, all the various things that he definitely wanted it to be, which I then took and processed back to him as, Kyle, you want a game show. That's what you want. You want this to be a game show.
Too long, didn't listen. We got really mad at each other at about 11 o'clock at night in the middle of nowhere, and we almost punched each other, and then we had a mental breakdown, and then it's better now. Just trust us, okay?
It's sort of like you had to heat the sword for the forging or the bending or this, something. There's a metaphor here.
Now. Yeah, I mean, we basically just changed our mind on what we wanted the show to be halfway through, and I think we actually transitioned. I decided I wanted to try to make the transition within the show, and I think it actually went smoother than it could have.
It's definitely possible that it could have gone worse. I will agree.
I mean, it could have gone. One of us could have killed another person. That's how it could have gone worse.
I'm not wearing a Best Music Musket. I'm wearing a Stunt Lads t-shirt and a Doctor Who blanket, but I am from Austin also.
I forgot that Kyle's wearing something. Because all I can see is like your little picture.
Also, I saw the comment about me being quiet, and that's frustrating. I did 2 test recordings before this, and it seemed fine.
Oh, how the mighty have gotten quiet.
I would just like to point out that every single one of those note cards used in that sketch was what?
You know what I did?
What'd you do?
I can't even change it now. It's not letting me change it. Piece of crap. I adjusted the volumes backwards. I increased your volume and decreased mine.
So now you just have to scream for the rest of the night. Is that okay?
Why won't it let me change the... Oh, that's just because I have the... Okay.
Were you trying to change the overlay?
I think I fixed it. let me know, guys, if that made it better.
Oh.
In the meantime, I would just like to point out that every single one of those note cards was, in fact, completely detailing a very specific point. Those were legit note cards for a legit presentation. I had 3 pages, my outline was 3 pages long, and the original research notes I took to produce that 3-page outline was closer to 10 pages, that I then boiled down into 4 note cards for each person that then got eaten.
What? I didn't eat them. I don't know what you're talking about.
I bit into one.
Nobody eat them?
No, yeah, I did.
Oh. Wait, you did?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you don't really have a high fibrous diet anyway, so you just kind of needed it.
You don't know what I eat? What?
I know.
Where's this
I know that you
conversation
don't
going?
like to eat. You're like, Mr. Oh, lunch is overrated. If only I had my super drink pack that I can attach to my head.
Also,
like
on the last round of
fan.
intelligence, Black Thunder said, "That Tom Cruise lookalike, though," referring obviously to JP wearing the aviators.
I'm pretty sure they're talking about Agent Khan's intro. I think he pulled off a pretty good Tom Cruise there. Just enough psychotic to make you wonder. See? Definitely Tom Cruise.
Samuel, we are recording this at 11:58. Well, almost midnight.
Yep. Okay,
Ian's
so
microphone
Kyle, I got
is doing all sorts of things. It's not just clipping. It's not.
Is it? I'm sorry.
It's not a professional microphone.
It's actually, like, I left my headset in Austin, so I don't actually have the correct microphone. I'm just using the computer microphone.
And I've had Ricky on twice, and his is worse than all of yours, so...
What about
Ren
that
used
one
to having
time
a good
that
one, and
JP
it's kind of
destroyed
sad.
With his microphone? That was fun, right?
Trying to maintain volume levels just on the fly here.
Oh, well, I have a comment to tide things over.
Go for it.
Okay.
Go Astros, yeah!
Astros, where?
On my jacket. Look.
Oh, cool. I thought Well, I can't see Kyle, so I thought Kyle had like an Astros blanket or something, because he mentioned the blanket. Anyway, so this one is from the White Lightning OG archive, okay? This is from Happy Apocalypse 2012.
Here. Okay.
And this
Definitely
one
didn't
is...
do a comment video on that one.
Yeah, okay. So this is from Dr. Crondor Martin. I don't know about you guys, but here in America, we say Merry Apocalypse.
I remember liking that one.
Yeah. In fact, you responded to it saying, favorite comment on any of my videos by far. It might still have that award. Did you actually give him an official trophy? Did you?
No.
Oh.
Speaking of official trophies, by the by.
Yeah, how's that DoodleCon thing going?
Yeah, no. So it turns out DoodleCon is cursed.
Well, yes.
We have somebody who is making a blown glass sculpture of DoodleCon to award to the person who found the most Doodles Con in our DoodleCon contest, our Doodle contest. Except that she can't because he explodes every time. She's a very competent glassblower. This is what she's going to school for. It's what she does. And it's not like she doesn't know how to make vaguely humanoid-ish shapes. It's just when she does it with the intention of turning it into DoodleCon, it explodes.
That's amazing. I guess I'll have to carve
She's tried
out
it
a
with two
balsa wood or
different
something then.
techniques. So it's just like, okay, it is possible that whatever ruling agency of this universe so happens to be exerting force does not want it to come to be a thing that exists physically, and I can't exactly blame them.
Well, I mean,
Sam Downs.
I like to think there's a successful time travel story behind each explosion. Like a crack team has to go back. We must keep it from ever manifesting.
It's like an SCP scenario or something. In the chat, Sam Downs said something about how people think of Texans as drunk rednecks with guns. And then Avery responded, 50% of Texans completely accurate, not the rest of us. I would like to amend that saying that it's significantly more than 50% of Texas. It's really it's like only Austin that's not.
I mean, any of the urban centers, you get kind of like,
most
like
big cities
each of the
are fine.
urban centers is a bit. They all have their own flavor and stuff, but the flavor is usually a little bit different than rural Texas. It's just that there is a lot of rural Texas.
Yeah, which I still kind of have an affinity for. Like, I enjoy Texas as a place.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to live in any of those little towns, but I don't
It's like
have
I've
to.
always
I can
lived,
just drive out to
like
them.
just a little bit farther out than you do. Like I live on the really, really raggedy, pointy edge where all of the rest of rural Texas brushes right up against all of the not so Texas Austin.
Yeah,
and just
but
kind
I
of
mean,
blends
you
into this
still
awkward
live
purple.
right next to Austin compared to other places.
Yeah, but like if you were to make a demarcation, like it's just I get to see both people like in the same places. This is where they commingle.
Yeah.
It's like I saw some guy who's like at one point my tire popped and just exploded. It was overfilled, and so I was trying to change my tire on the side of the road. This guy stops, jumps out this gigantic red truck, like, you need some help there? Like, sounds like you'd be the guy to help me. Yeah, I don't actually do a lot of this. I'm a nurse.
Oh.
Like, what?
Well,
Like, I was just taking my dog out to the fields. A cute little puppy, though. Like, okay. Just kind of kept going back and forth like that all conversation.
Man, I'm sure you're lifelong friends with him now. Strange nurse
yes,
man.
I'm going to say yes. It's going to be more interesting. Yes.
It's this won't make sense at the moment, but for our space series that we're planning, where a large part of the world building is going to be like exploring different parts of Texas and the different cultures in the different areas of Texas, which should be very fun.
So, like, is each planet going to be based off? So it's going to be based off a different town.
I said it's not going to make sense yet because we're not supposed to be talking about it in detail yet, Ethan. That was the point of that part.
So the ramen is going to be made with pork and not chicken, right? Because I don't eat chicken.
Good save.
Chicken ramen. Like I've heard of chicken flavored ramen, but I can't say I've ever heard of ramen with actual chicken in it.
Ramen now with 50% real chicken.
So I never had the daily ramen dose like most college students tend to have.
I've never had ramen in my
explicitly
entire life.
never had ramen during college. I had it before college. I eat it after college, but during college, I held it to myself to a personal standard of at least spring for the hot pockets.
Now there's this ramen restaurant near my work, and I've actually been going there semi-frequently because it tastes really good.
Ramen.
Yeah, pure ramen
Is it like
great.
a noodle bar or something?
Basically, yeah.
Rachel is really, really excellent at transforming 10-cent a pack ramen into something that resembles the $3 a bowl ramen you get at a real place.
Nice.
The
Usually
cipher-
involves
Cracks the
cracking
noodles and puts real ingredients in it or something?
Yeah.
The Cypher's being
Yeah.
all anti-Texas in the comments now.
What?
I mean,
He might be from
it
Texas,
sucks
so...
a little. I think the worst part about Texas has to be the cedar. If the cedar wasn't here, Texas would be amazing. And everyone would love it, and like literally the entire United States would be re-terraformed to be Texas. But we have cedar, so that's the problem.
My only issue is, the plastic melting heat in the summer. Other than that, I actually rather enjoy living in Austin.
Yeah, but think about it this way, Kyle. If we have plastic melting heat, we don't have to make a bunch of recycling facilities, because then we can make like air dry recycling facility. We can put like plastic on a bunch of molds and just stick it in a parking lot, and then we can make a bunch of new things.
We actually just didn't have winter this year, and it really irritates
Yeah.
me. Like
I've had a couple bits. We don't get winter. We get discrete cold fronts.
we usually get
Like,
better than
so-
we did this year. It is February right now, and like it was hot this afternoon.
I don't think it has dropped below 60 degrees during the day for the past like 2 months.
I don't know. I'm here in San Antonio, at least on I think Tuesday, maybe it was Wednesday.
You're not in San Antonio right now.
I am.
Yeah, we're
that
in
out.
San Antonio.
What?
We're actually
You're not in San Antonio right now.
Am I not? Okay. Sorry. So in this place that is slightly Wittershins of your place, Kyle. It was 55 on Tuesday.
Hey, Samuel Jones, don't you say that. We all come from here, man.
Let's see. What about more comments?
What about less comments?
No, it's the comment response episode. We gotta do comments. How about on collaborative consumption, since that was the last sketch to come out?
What was that?
That was the one with the drone and Rachel on the couch.
Oh.
I just finished one with Jeffrey. We filmed on Sunday and finished that up today.
How did that turn out?
I think it turned out pretty good. I might add some background music and re-upload it. I'm not sure. I'll try to show you sometime tomorrow, Ian, see what you think of it.
Okay.
Once I'm over there hanging out, but I think it'll be fun. L for Light, it does snow in Texas sometimes, but only in different parts of Texas. That's actually the thing. Texas is kind of like freaking gigantic, so most of the things we're saying about any one area don't apply to another area.
There was like a solid 4 years in a row where we got 1 day of snow a year.
That is the main problem with
And then
stereotyping Texas,
stopped.
is that it's actually split into like 5 different pieces, which again is why we're planning on
it's just-
kind of using it in a
Doesn't
way
Texas
as our
have
setting
like 2
for
time
a
zones or
series.
something? Or
I
no, I'm
don't-
being stupid.
Does it cross into multiple time zones? I think it's
No.
all just central.
No.
But it is like
Texas demands uniformity.
we live in Austin.
It expands the time zone.
We live in Austin, which is in the center, and it would take me 7 hours driving in any direction at least to exit the state. I was
that's a
in England,
lie.
and I took a 4-hour.
Well, maybe.
No, it's not a lie. It takes
I don't
7
think
hours.
7 hours.
I
You
know
could
it's 7 hours.
probably get
I've
to
driven this
Louisiana for
distance
like in
before.
like 6.5.
Okay, here's
All
the
right,
story.
I'm gonna look it up. I'm
I
gonna look
have
it up.
made
Let's
this
just-
Once upon a
trip.
time, I had a health teacher, and once upon a time, he and his friends went to Louisiana. They told me it took about 4 hours.
It did not take 4 hours. That is total
took
bullcrap.
4 hours from where I am right now. Just went that way.
You were further
then-
than I am from it by a very little amount. It did not take them
Oh,
4
wait.
hours to get to
Wait,
Louisiana.
no. What's the state to the right of Texas?
I believe we call it Westist, Texas.
No,
It is Louisiana, but it does not
Right.
take 4 hours to get there.
it takes it
Oh,
doesn't
to the right.
take
That's
7
Westist,
hours.
Texas. If starting at Kyle's address, if I type in Louisiana as my destination, you can get there via I-10 West in 6 hours and 40 minutes.
Oh, get destroyed, Kyle.
6 hours and 40 minutes. I'm 20 minutes off. You said 4 hours.
Oh,
That's
man.
also delving right through the middle of downtown Houston for some reason. That's
Right,
not what
that's
I would
not
choose
gonna
to
take
do.
6
But
hours and 40 minutes.
let's just check all the surrounding states just
China
for
is
fun.
not one time
Okay,
zone.
so Oklahoma's only 5.5 hours.
Is this
And that's to
interesting?
get to the
I
middle
feel
of
like this
Oklahoma.
isn't interesting.
This is very
Well,
interesting.
I can appreciate us stopping as soon as we got to Oklahoma. Like, that's the point. No.
the Texas.
This is
times.
why the Texas culture is going to be worked in as subtle undertones. Maybe not so subtle, but undertones to our story instead of us just sitting in a podcast and talking about it, because that's not interesting to listen to. So, comments. New comments.
Old comments, medium comments.
This is from Failure to Launch from Nanaka30. Ha! Man, I love your videos. Plus, that face the spy makes always cracks me up. Fun fact,
Oh, yeah.
wasn't his real face.
Interesting thing about the spy in that video. Reed was not there for the day of shooting, but he was there a few days earlier, so I took photos of his face while he was there, and then I wore the spy costume and posed in the same position on set, and then just, like, grafted his face onto mine in After Effects.
All right, that's a little terrifying. I didn't realize you were doing that, but that explains why you made that pose every time you were in shot.
So-
Also, I'd like to mention that video is the most physically painful video that I have ever been through.
Squat 40 times in a prison, and then we'll talk.
Do squat jumps about 80 times in hot weather while your allergies are really bad.
Oh, the guards themselves. Okay, I was trying to...
Mine didn't even make. I was out of shot the whole time. Somebody was firing off a gun, and my character had to drop to the floor. Except my character wasn't actually on camera.
Wait, why were you squatting then?
Well,
he
because
thought he
I
was
thought
on
I was on camera. So I just had to like constantly fall to the floor. No, that wasn't good enough. Fall to the floor, and we did it like 60 times. Literally, I don't know what was up with that shot.
I don't remember. I remember that being...
I believe it was a plot.
It was a cool day, I think. It's...
I mean, when did you
memorable
film the guards themselves? Like, what season?
2013.
I believe it was 1976.
Oh, 2013. Okay.
It was not a season, it was the whole year.
Well, I mean, when did you film the prison?
Prison was
scenes?
October, I believe, so it wasn't the
so that's
hottest
not too
day,
bad.
but
But Octobers down here are hotter than
wasn't
Octobers like
comfortable
anywhere
yet.
else.
It was
I
also
don't-
on the second story of a stone building. We were basically in like a really poorly made oven.
I'm really excited, in case you haven't noticed by my creation of a Skype group and constant Skype messaging Ian, to be starting another series at some point soon, actually. Just because...
What, am I getting these messages too, or oh,
no,
okay, never mind.
I've just been sending them to Ian and Rachel because we're writing and starring in this particular series. But yeah, I'm looking forward to actually working on a narrative thing again, just because it's actually been a really long time when you think about it. We wrote The Guards themselves in 2012. The beginning of 2012 is when we finished that.
To be fair, Kyle, you've always had like little, I don't know, I don't want to say projects, but you've always had like a series idea that you've wanted to
I've
do.
had
and-
ideas, but I haven't sat down and written something in a long time. Like, The Guards
Yeah.
themselves was the last one I actually wrote out into a script.
Like the last one I remember you telling me about, aside from the guards themselves, was that the portal one, not like the portal as in the game portal.
Oh, the
but-
hallway portals. Yeah, that was an idea I had
Yes,
in high
yes,
school.
with the guy.
Kyle was born with that idea.
Oh,
Yeah, it was one I
It's
was
It's
working on
actually
for
a very
long time.
complicated metaphor for his own life, which is why it will never become a series.
I found
Why-
the airsoft script recently.
Yeah?
Oh.
How'd that go?
That'd be interesting. I didn't look at it. I thought it'd be interesting, like during one of our podcasts, just like do a read through of it or something. And just,
I feel like that's. I don't feel like we deserve that.
maybe
as
after
people.
maybe after we've produced some of our new series, so that we have a little bit more of a gap to show our improvements. I feel like we haven't maybe gotten quite far enough to separate ourselves from it yet. But yeah, it would be interesting to go back and look at it again. So yeah, I'm super hyped for Space Series. Reed's gonna be making props. I think we're actually gonna manage budget on this one better than the guards themselves, because on the guards themselves we tried to write it in a way that it would be cheap to film, but we didn't understand what was cheap at the time. So we were like, we'll all be in custom-made superhero costumes. That won't be a problem. And I'm pretty
To be
sure
fair, mine was actually just a suit jacket that I owned plus a pair of boxing gloves.
True. Yeah, that was yours. Was
The
probably
expensive part was keeping my hair.
This one will be like, we have like one main prop that we need some duplicates of, and then like some prosthetic pieces, and then I can spend more money on post-production stuff. I think
prosthetic pieces.
Prosthetic in a sense.
Wait, so are you guys gonna cut off my arms for me to be this new part? Yeah.
No, we don't have to have a part for you yet.
Yeah, but so we will cut you to fit one. See, it all.
I see.
It jives.
The old cookie cutter Ethan strategy. See, we don't have a character for this. We don't have an actor. Just get Ethan. He can do anything.
I only have 6 characters planned out so far, and only 4 of them actually have actors planned from the White Lightning group. I plan on finding.
Oh yeah, Kyle, don't you have a Fable thing to?
Yep.
No, I don't think that's true.
Sorry, Technoplague's been blowing up the chat, man.
Oh, I see. I thought you were just saying that. I didn't realize you were.
People want to know, Kyle. They want to know what happened.
I do have the Fable thing. It's late, Samuel. Sorry if my hyped voice sounds sad.
See, Kyle is a tragic character. He was born with 3.5 legs. They had to remove his 3.5 leg.
I'm tired, and
when
I can't
they did,
because
turned into another Kyle. And that Kyle made that other White Lightning channel. I don't know. And now he has to fight his little Kyle. What do you think I'm saying? It's tired, I'm late. I mean, no, it's late, I'm tired, not it's tired, I'm late. Why am I insane all the time?
So what you should do...
I'm just trying to reconcile the fact that Music Musket actually makes music. But, like, presumably with a musket, right? Because otherwise it's like false advertising, and I'm pretty sure I can sue you, and then I get to, like, keep your liver, I think. I haven't read the laws, but I think that's how it works.
On YouTube, after we've recorded it, you should also go listen to last week's episode and just compare, like, how tight and professional the last Saturday's was compared to this one. This one's just talking over each other and not doing anything in particular.
Not do anything. Oh, that sounds great.
I do want to. I still would really like to finish Fable 3 Experience. I came to a somewhat sad realization at one point that I legitimately do not have the time to do it right now, and if I can make time, I want to actually still get it done. But it's kind of hard to fit in at the moment.
Kyle, don't you have a time machine?
No.
Oh.
What you can...
oh yeah, from that one video. I mean that one thing in real life.
Hopefully, you know, I can clear some time away, and I don't know. Ultimately, I'd like to be able to get enough money from doing YouTube stuff that I can do YouTube stuff full time, and then I can fit more stuff in. But at the moment, it's really hard to try to fit an animation in. That stuff takes so long.
We understand animation, like, not only does it take a while, but you also haven't really, like, done it in a while, so you're kind of out of practice too.
That's not even the problem. I remember sitting down and working on it a little bit, and I fell right back into it. Like, I remembered all the keyboard shortcuts. There was no issue. It's just that it takes a long time, and I can work a solid like 3 days on it and still like barely have made a dent in it, because it's also a 10-minute video. So.
Yeah. I mean, it has been a long time since you announced that it was coming out soon. No, really, but. I mean, that's just kind of the thing that like happens with like animated series. I mean, like, if you look,
the truth of the matter is, we're trying to get picked up by Valve. You see.
Oh yeah.
And
we have to show them.
Sponsorship is a no-go. Yeah, we're trying to show them we're real team players.
We have to show them that we can operate on the same timeline.
So I
Please
got
describe an asymptotic function that approaches but never reaches a Fable 3 experience.
what?
Oh, did you guys see that the price was announced for the HTC their Vive, the Valve HTC?
You guys looking
Vive
at my
thing?
beard? My feather beard? You like it?
It was quite a lot, I seem to remember, but I don't know how it was in comparison with the Oculus, which was also quite a lot.
It was
compared to what people-
$800. It was another couple hundred over the Oculus.
Yeah, but it comes with another thing, doesn't it?
Well, it's also way better. So yeah,
What,
it
I
comes
am a
with
beard?
it comes with controllers and those little tower things, so that
Huh.
you can like walk around in your room with it.
That explains why my drain keeps unclogging. Oh well.
So I'm still pre-ordering it. Either way,
Wait, which one are you pre-ordering? You're getting the
Valve one. It's coming
the
out.
Valve one?
They're releasing
The
in
Valve
April.
one? I thought it was the HTC one.
It's Valve and
Are
HTC.
they-
It's a partnership.
Oh,
Oh.
I don't really know much about HTC. Wait, is my webcam HTC? No, it's not. Okay.
Yeah,
All
Never
of
mind.
my favorite
HTC,
smartphones have been HTC.
but I trust
what kind of
Valve to
phone?
the end
Look
of
at
the
my
earth.
phone.
So
Looking at my phone. I can't because it is in a case that is.
Why did we believe that Valve would totally pull off working in the third dimension?
Because they made only 3D.
I'm
games.
suddenly very, very suspicious about this.
yeah, I know it is. 800 is a lot. It's
Wait.
not deterring me, but sorry, Sam Downs
I
is
know.
exclaiming $800.
Did you put me in the corner of the screen, Kyle?
No.
Oh. People are saying that I look really angry in the corner of the screen. Arrgh.
Oh,
That's stupid.
it's when you look down into the corner of the screen, you look super angry because of the way the eyebrows are shaped.
Oh, well, I'm sorry about that, but...
The animated eyebrows for people listening to the audio version. I'm not just insulting Ethan's face. He's
Well,
using-
this... Hey. Hey. Don't insult my face. It's beautiful.
I did not see. Technoplague says, "Did you guys see they announced a BioShock 4?" I did not see that.
What? Bioshock 4.
I
guys!
did hear they announced the new Pokemon game.
Yeah, they announced a new Pokemon. I was about to say that. Oh,
Sun version and Moon version.
dude, which one are you gonna go?
Sun?
Oh, okay.
I don't think I've bought a Pokemon game in a long time, but it's mainly because I don't have a
Heresy!
platform to play it on.
Get out of this podcast.
Yeah,
Kyle,
neither do I.
out. Get out. Out of here.
What's going on?
I think
I'm
he's
kicking Kyle out.
getting angry at me because I didn't buy Pokemon. I don't have.
Oh.
Understandable.
I still have the original Nintendo DS. I think is still my latest handheld.
I
Yeah.
actually one up you there. I have a DS Lite. Yeah.
There's something so endearing about the chunky, like, gray, weird, like, gross Nintendo DS.
It
Mine was
looks like a
blue,
piece of like
and it was
Navy
pretty.
industrial equipment.
Oh, well, mine was, I got, like, the OG game, the OG DS, like, when it came out, and
Yeah.
I have since traded that thing in because it had 2 broken hinges, and the sound didn't work, and the mic, whenever you spoke into it, made a noise a lot like
Sorry.
a demon regurgitating
I
itself.
have to call
But-
something out here. Elferlight, I love you, but BioShock Infinite was fantastic. You're wrong. I'm sorry.
Wait, who's
I
Alpha
have-
Light?
People keep telling me that BioShock Infinite is bad, and then people keep telling me, no, it was great, and there's like, no. So I don't know. It must be like totally okay, I guess.
It
I think that
it was
BioShock
great.
Infinite was good, but it was like such a huge change that people were like, why isn't it underwater? And
It was
I
like
know-
made by a separate team at the same time, like parallel. It was like developed in parallel, right? Like it wasn't. It's not a sequel so much as it's just kind of another game that was made alongside but released later.
It's
I
it's set
remember
within
seeing
the same
trailers
universe. I kind of like the way they do
time.
that. It's better than like doing the Assassin's Creed route and just making the same game over and over. I appreciated that they kind of kept the theme.
They're taking a
but
break this year. Did you hear that?
I didn't.
No Assassin's Creed 2016. Yeah, they're slowing it down.
Wow.
Good on them.
Oh, but yeah, like didn't BioShock Infinite trailer start like the year after BioShock 2?
I don't remember.
don't
I remember
think
BioShock 2 not doing well.
Because I remember that trailer where there was like the dude and he was like, "Oh, check me out! I'm like fighting a robot," and then he like fell down a blimp, and there's a dude talking into a megaphone. Like that was.
Yeah, I
an
remember
old
this trailer. Yeah.
That was a really old trailer. Like,
Yeah. I remember watching it on Unskippable is what I remember watching specifically the opening sequence.
Pokemon Antimatter and Pokemon Matter. Dude, that one's going to be hype. It's coming out on the Nintendo 4DS.
But you couldn't trade between them.
So you don't need to.
Theoretically, as long as you created one copy, you would always get the other copy free. So I mean, that's efficient.
Pokemon Sky Blue and Pokemon Magenta. See, now we're just getting lazy, guys.
Just be like
I always thought
Pokemon color blindness test and Pokemon slightly different color blindness test.
Oh, you mean red and green?
Just like those little dots that have a 6 inside them, and those little dots that have a 6, but maybe with like a bigger serif inside
Have
them.
you guys seen? I texted you, I think, a picture of this once, Ian. But there's a movie production studio whose logo is a color blindness test. Like, their entire logo is colored dots, and their logo is in there somewhere. And to them, I would like to say, screw you guys too.
But see, like, I couldn't tell. I can never tell when somebody sends me one of those to make a point if it's a real one or a fake one.
That one
Wait.
was very real. I could not read what
You know
was
what
there.
I want?
I've seen the shirt that's like
Assassin's
colorblind
Creed.
people suck or something. It's like in the middle of a color blindness test,
Yeah,
but it's a
that
fake
one-
one, so
yeah,
the
that one
colorblind
doesn't
people
work.
can see it. Yeah, but so like I was like you sent it to me, and I wasn't sure if the point was it's designed to look like it to make you wonder if you're still colorblind or if you just couldn't tell. But then maybe it was actually just a field of dots.
Elferlight, you gotta actually, like, present some reason the Bioshock Infinite was bad instead of just saying it was bad over and over.
Kyle.
I have to be able to beat you. Give me something with which to beat you.
Kyle.
I know this feeling.
What?
Hey, Kyle.
What?
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Doctor Who sucks.
God. God. Don't start the chat on that yet. This isn't Doctor Who episode. We're gonna do what I think
Okay.
Ian said, like episode 10 or something. We're gonna do.
Ew, gross. Keep me as far away from that as possible. Unless
You're a
you want me
required member of that podcast.
Oh.
Otherwise, it will just be us like waxing rhapsodic in some sort of bizarre philosophic thing. They won't ever actually. You need to be there so you're like, guys, what you're talking about is stupid. So we can both turn on you, but it'll keep us focused.
I don't want to, but
Sure,
you guys
we
are
need-
going to be like, Nathan, you're so dumb. You don't understand the subtle nuances of
We
the
need
guy
someone to
who's
bring
like,
us down.
Oh. No,
Yeah,
I don't. I ain't no anchor. I'm getting off this ship.
That's what anchors do.
They're repopping first generation Pokemon cards, but then won't that devout? No, wait, that won't do anything. That'll just like reprint the old ones, yeah?
How long have we been doing this?
Like,
56
Define
minutes.
popping. They popping, as in.
Yeah.
I know back in when the original Zendikar expansion of Magic the Gathering, they had an Ancient Treasures promotion where they went onto the secondary market and they bought up a bunch of extremely rare cards that they had promised to never reprint. So it was very limited quantities that they were never going to be more of. But they bought a bunch of them up off the secondary market and repackaged them into new boosters, so you could open up lost treasures from another era, et cetera, in the
It's kinda
booster.
cool.
It
Were
was
they like
cool.
cheap
like-
or expensive?
It was Power 9. People opened up like Moxen in their Zendikar packs.
That's
It was
kind of
like-
nice.
Yeah, this is what the expeditions were supposed to hark back to.
Yeah. Oh, I love the expeditions.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never opened one. I bought one for a friend for his birthday present because, well, that's a different story. Basically, one of my friends puked on his garage, and I felt bad because it like subtracted away from his birthday. So I was like, you know what? I'll give him a great present, and I gave him a Steam Vents.
Oh,
Because he
yeah.
always uses it against me.
Music Musket is asking, can we talk about some controversial YouTube stuff? This episode is not the episode for controversial YouTube stuff. We do that
Oh.
on the
Truth is,
Saturdays
we've
when I talk
actually-
to other YouTubers. It will get
But,
We
to
generally
stuff.
tried to keep ourselves away from a bunch of the YouTube controversy recently. Like, we've been kind of like not paying attention to it on purpose. So we're not actually very good about talking about it.
Yeah. If you're interested
Well-
in hearing YouTube talk, you can go listen to the last couple episodes too, because we talked to Squire and MacBot about.
But did that have about that stuff that's happening recently?
No, it was just YouTube in general.
Oh.
It wasn't like topical, I guess.
Here,
but
I'll just to satisfy the masses who
no,
are
don't
curious
satisfy.
about
No, we're not talking about
No,
it.
no, no, no.
No.
No, it's quick. It's quick.
I swear to God, I will start talking about David Tennant.
I don't give a crap about your freaking tent, okay?
That's the whole point.
Okay. Fine. I won't satisfy the curious Maxis? Maxis? Spawn?
Even
No.
wanting more.
Here, we're getting near the end. Let's do like rapid fire.
Three more comments.
Comment
A
round.
rap?
Rapid fire
Right,
comment
here's the thing.
round. Everybody, open
Okay.
up the video.
You-
You. Okay.
and we'll
yeah,
go through some
open up a
comments real
video.
quick. Let's see.
I-
I'm in collaborative consumption from Stub Fan. I mean, the video was already top quality when Bob Ross showed up, but somehow it got better. We were actually just watching Bob Ross the entire time we were filming that video. Also, we just left it playing. It's very soothing.
Guys, did you know that White Lightning HQ is live now?
What?
No, I always miss those streams. It's probably not on right now.
Oh.
Orbitor.
Okay.
Or wait, no. Sorry, Orbitor. I'm not actually reading yours. False alarm. Mega Lamb says, "Can I have that mob deal? Sounds sweet."
What?
Yeah, it comes with one free Kyle to abuse.
Okay. I am going to pick for my video to read comments. I'm going to pick Diggory.
Raw
Right.
Roller
I feel like-
Coasters says, "This is the future, sadly."
Of what? Oh, yeah. I don't know,
Is that the
man.
future?
That looks sad to
Or
you.
is it sad?
I mean, what can we truly say is sad if we haven't experienced it yet? Like, maybe it's happy, but we just don't know because we haven't, like, done it.
Sometimes you need the bad times in life so you know what the good ones feel like.
Oh yeah,
Listen,
and
you
Bob
gotta
Ross,
stop that.
Bob Ross said
You
that
gotta-
right in the middle of filming too, and brought the whole mood down. So thanks, Bob Ross.
Yeah. I realized the other day, so he constantly talks about you just gotta take your brush and beat the devil out of it, right? Which is cute and folksy, but it actually, if you just like translate it, he's just saying beat the hell out of your brush. Like, suddenly that's a lot less cute.
Well, I mean, you gotta
Literally the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just like the phrasing is a lot less, like, you know, wholesome when you just kind of like realize he's just kind of taking a shortcut.
Eric Sant says, "This is somehow the best video yet. How do you manage to keep doing that?" I'm not sure, Eric Sant. I'm terrified of the day when we don't.
Yeah, like we just make a video and everyone's like, "This is offensive to everything that I stand for," and then like White
I'm
Lightning
interested
HQ.
in that. Like, that's a kind of achievement. It's sort of a Pyrrhic achievement, but you know, like, no. What's far worse is,
Victory.
guys, I watched your video this week, but I can't remember anything about it, and I'm not sure that I actually did.
True.
Oh,
Yeah.
do you guys know who Germa is?
Is it like a German who lost their N?
No. He's like a YouTuber, but he made a top 5 something list, and he had this like gag where he had like a mind eraser frog in it, and like
Okay.
all of the comments are basically, "Why can't I remember anything about this video?"
You guys aren't reading
Okay.
comments.
I do. I have.
Here's
you
one
keep on
from
reading.
the counterintelligence op episode about Dr. John D. Do the physics of black holes next, please. Well, let me tell you, Sonny. That Sonny being Blorgon 576.
Lorgon.
Blorgon, as in, is that a community reference?
Yes, I mean, it's possible. It's just his name B. Lorgan, but you know.
Okay,
So
Ethan,
I
go
have
and
a-
read yours.
Hey, thank you. All right, so this is from Diggory, and we have from Reese Walker. This is 8 months ago, so the most recent comment on Diggory, right? I like the video, but like, why did the troll-like creature take the pumpkin of he already had so many? Like, what a dick. We have.
I don't know though. Like, okay, if there's one person who has all the pumpkins, then there's one pumpkin that the pumpkin person does not pumpkin zest. Like, I think the logical course of action is to have him acquire that pumpkin.
My stock. Oh my God, Caesar's in the chat. Hi, Caesar. Caesar's gonna
What?
be in the
Caesar?
Civ 5 video. Caesar. He's gonna be the one in the Civ 5 video with you, Ethan.
Yay, guys! Look, it's a guest star appearance from the future.
He's gonna be in the next one. He was the Half-Life NPC who died, and that one guy in the classroom in the Five Nights at Freddy's video, which is really underutilizing his talent. So we're having him as one of the main characters in the next video.
All right, so here's another comment from Diggory. This is 4 years ago. How old is Diggory? From
2009.
Mr. Large Wolves.
That's the year I graduated high school.
What was that?
Say
Sorry. Ian
Oh, where did Pumpkin?
Oh
Two
yeah,
question
where
marks.
did Pumpkin? One of my favorites, actually. I remember reading
Where
that
did Pumpkin?
Oh.
Pumpkin did?
So here's one 6 years ago from Pizza Crider. Did you make this? Question mark. Oh, it was awesome. D.
What?
We liked it.
Yes, we made it.
So,
No, we stole it.
Another comment from the Dr. John D. counterintelligence from Jacob Thompson. Please make the whole Agent Con defected thing a meta story arc. That'd be amazing. As someone who does group presentations a lot, I find myself relating to Ian as no one ever reads the cards.
Okay.
He'd also suggest counting how Dr. John D has a lot of similarities to the Faust legend, though that you are not, to the best of his knowledge, connected, that you guys would like that topic. Which is interesting. I never thought of that.
Ian is now doing all the research for us, actually, so it's kind of entirely in his hands what we talk about, I guess. By the way, Ian,
Yeah,
we need
but-
2 more videos by next Saturday.
By next Saturday?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought
don't-
he was going to get another month.
Sorry.
Oh my God.
I don't think because I'm gonna be. Oh, right. I'm going to Ireland in a few weeks. By the way, guys.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna be in Ireland in. Let me check the actual date. It's gonna be from March the 19th is when I'm leaving, and I'll be there through the 27th. So it's right after St. Patrick's Day, leading up to Easter. I'm gonna be in Ireland. So yeah, we gotta prep videos ahead of time so that we actually.
Can you do me a huge favor when you're in Ireland?
Probably.
Like it's nothing illegal. It's nothing like that. When you go to Ireland, can you go to like maybe not like a chain store, but like just a nice clothing store and buy me the biggest, fluffiest wool sweater that you can find? I'm talking extra large, like just a big.
Probably not, because I only bring 1 bag with me. Actually, it might be kind of hard.
Kyle, you have to wear the sweater back.
I mean, yeah, you don't have to if you don't want to, but I really just want a big sweater.
From
Anyway,
Ireland.
so I don't know. It sounds so right. Like Ireland sounds like the perfect place to buy a sweater because it's kind of cold there, but it's also like, not like super rainy. So it just sounds like it'd be nice.
So yeah,
Anyway.
that's why we need to do 2 more episodes next weekend. But yeah, I don't think you have to record videos because we won't be coming up with new games. I have some feedback on the games for you that we can talk about this weekend also.
Oh, good.
The general feedback is they're all fantastic, but we do have some adjustment suggestions for each one.
I also have some adjustment suggestions for them, so I will be interested to see if they align or if we're going in separate directions.
Cool. Let's see if there are any comments on Half-Life 2 taking a breather.
Nope. No one commented on it. I'm sorry, Kyle. In the meantime, while that video loads, I have some comments from Holiday Stress by White Lighting HQ. All right. So this one is by Recent.Snowfall. This is 3 months ago. Lol, this is very old. Yes. Yes, it is. In fact, it's about 6 years old. That's pretty old.
Well, everything about that is accurate.
So, let me see. Oh, yeah, okay, so this is...
I didn't even think about that. Music Musket says, I wonder who Caesar will play in a Civ 5 sketch. Not Caesar, actually. Sorry.
Caesar isn't in Civ 5. It's only he was called Caesar, but we can't just call them all Caesar because they were all called Caesar. It'd be like talking about the kings of England as king. It doesn't work.
Go ahead, Ethan, sorry.
What? Oh, no, I'm reading... Like, YouTube was a weird place 6 years ago. Like, people were
It's a weird place now. We've just managed to find a better neighborhood.
Yeah. Samuel Jones asks, will I do a meetup in Ireland? I won't have a set meetup, but I will be in several cities, and I will make a video announcement or something as it gets closer saying where I will be and when. And if anybody's in those areas, I would be happy to meet with you.
In England, right?
I met a person in England, and I will do the same thing in Ireland if anybody is in the areas that I'm going to be in. I would be happy to meet with people and hang out and do Irish things. Except for drinking, I don't do that. But I will do other Irish things.
I hear heroin's popular.
Heroin?
Let's see, from the Half-Life video, Nox Not That One says, "Wait, is Gordon talking? Impossible!" We still get those comments on the Half-Life videos.
Well, I mean, it's just one of those jokes that everyone has to make.
We do get a lot
I was
of
really kind of
comments
hoping there'd be
saying that they...
somebody
What was that?
Somebody on the comments who's just like, I just want to let y'all know, he still canonically has a helmet, okay?
We do get a lot of comments saying that they like the voice I've given him though, which I'm happy with.
Yeah, that took a little bit of work for you. It was good.
Isn't the voice just you with a beard over your mouth?
It is literally
That
because I
helps.
can't move my mouth.
Okay.
But you also kind of got the, like, sort of, like, I feel like you spent a few minutes, like, pretending you were standing in an office building holding a cup of coffee that was a little bit colder than you wanted it.
I can't move my mouth, and the easiest thing to do to make my words clear is actually going into, like, a Ron Swanson speech pattern. That's where I'm getting it from.
But still a Kyle-style Ron Swanson.
Yeah, that seems to work. We also got a comment from the Valve News Network that says, "I like this." I'm not sure what affiliation the Valve News Network has with actual Valve, but they have 144,000 subscribers, so...
Oh.
Well, that's a good
commenting,
thing.
and I think they might have... I don't know if they subscribe to us, but yeah. Thanks, guys.
Maybe they,
We just named our channel YouTube Mostly Official and just seen... We would have had all the subscribers. That would have worked for us.
So,
TK11287 says, "You should make a skit based on Doom 1993.
How'd we even do that? That'd just be you running around punching people a lot. Probably me in red body paint.
There's
weird.
a great article I read a long time ago about like video game and sci-fi tropes that people were sick of. And the number one was, you ever notice how they never open any portals to heaven?
Yeah. That'd be actually kind of interesting. Why have they never done that?
I think it violates some tenets of moral goodness in a sort of unsavory way that's kind of gross to most people.
Oh.
Unlike going to hell, which is totally fine.
Yeah, man.
Music Musket at one point said, "Save the Ethans from the oil spill." I'm not sure what the context of that was, but...
Well, see, because I'm a bird, and if you put oil on me, I die. Little known fact, I'm like a bird covered in oil.
I think
nobody
want
gonna
to
help
me. Oil, though.
No. See, the thing is, there was a little known parody song, I think written by the Yogscast back when they were doing the Yog Pod,
Yeah.
called "I'm Like a Bird Covered in Oil. Ain't nobody gonna help me. Help me." That was it. That was the whole song.
Lachlan, who might be Irish, I'm not sure, says, "Drinking is the only Irish thing."
Well, you know what that means, Kyle? You have to drink a beer.
Technoplague is asking an actual question, which is, what's your favorite retro video game outside of main series, guys? I'm not sure, that sentence got away from me a bit, and possibly from him, but what's your favorite retro video game series?
Like, you can't pick, like, Mario or something.
Favorite retro game? I'm not sure what counts as retro at this point in time.
Yeah.
Are we counting N64 as retro now? Like, I don't know. I feel like that's counting it.
Or are we talking,
If
like,
we're talking...
pixel art?
If we're counting, like, PlayStation era as retro, it's got to be Spyro the Dragon. Well,
Yeah.
probably just Spyro the Dragon 1 and 2.
You know what game I sunk 1 billion hours into that was, like, weirdly never continued on in other things?
Crash Bandicoot?
Donkey Kong 64?
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
actually
yeah.
looking to buy that one. But I have to buy the pack to go along with it, so I still haven't gotten around
Yeah, that's
to
the
doing it.
expensive part. It's actually... Like, I gave mine to my cousin. He was like, "Score, this just saved me, like, $70.
Do you want me to loan you my, like, N64, Kyle, and Donkey Kong Country?
I have the N64. I'm just trying to get Donkey Kong 64 for it, but you have to have that expansion, like the
I
extra
have the-
500 megabytes expansion or something.
Yeah, I
of RAM.
could just give you my N64 for a little bit, and you can play Donkey Kong 64.
Well, I have the N64. I need the pack.
But you have the gold N64.
I don't.
I think that's too much responsibility.
If N64 counts as retro, then I have a lot of answers. If it doesn't, and we're just talking about like arcade-style games,
I owned an NES way back when.
I haven't.
It was
actually played
not.
that many of them.
Like I when I was like 7 and too young to understand how video games worked, but I got it from somebody else who wasn't in the family, so nobody in my family knew how video games worked. So I just kind of sat there, kind of tootling around in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game for the NES without any clue of how it worked, and nobody ever taught me. And it I enjoyed myself for hours at a time, getting absolutely nowhere. It was great.
Well, okay, if it has to be pre-2000, because I can't really remember when Spyro came out, because honestly, if I can remember anything, it's a miracle. Then I gotta go with Yoshi's Island. That one was really good.
Yeah, I did like that one. That was a good one.
Yoshi's
That's
Island,
cute.
or like, well, I guess I can't pick Mario, can I?
No,
So-
no, I'm pretty sure you get shot for that.
Well, what about Kirby Superstar? That was really good.
Actually, a bunch of the Kirby games were good. Like,
Yeah.
I enjoyed like how many of them there were, and they were all different. It was cool.
I have one more comment from Kenneth Livingston, also on the Half-Life ones. It says, "How jaded do you have to be that a girl giving you a gun and telling you to follow her isn't the highlight of your day?" Which I thought was clever.
That sounds like a reference to that one movie where the guy downloads the USA or something into his brain, and he's like a Geek Squad member
I
of
think you're
Best
talking
Buy.
about Chuck, which is a show that we've talked about
Yeah.
quite a lot
No.
lately.
Was it Chuck? I thought it was
Yes,
Harry.
that's why we made a video about Chuck recently.
Average male American name. Battletoads, dude. Battletoads was sick. Remember the time when you hit the pause button and there was that
I don't. So, you guys have any last words before we end the podcast? Now we've been going for an hour and 15 minutes.
people are saying that birds aren't a race, and I mean, that's a little racist.
They're a phylum, right? I don't know. Like, what is?
Lachlan is defending you, saying, "Then how do you explain Ethan?"
Thank you.
Nobody's ever explained Ethan. That is not a good point in your favor.
You want to explain Ethan? Do you want to really explain Ethan?
It's like a snow globe. You could explain it, but you'd have to like break it open, and then all the liquid would pour out, and he'd just be broken and be sitting there like, "Look what you did."
Okay, so I'm not letting Ian near me ever again. That's for sure. But
I definitely describe that as a thing I don't want to do.
okay, well,
Like,
maybe I'll let you near me a little bit, but I don't want you to spill out all my liquids. I need those inside me.
that's what the snow globe said. But you know what? I had to know.
Wait, Kyle, didn't you kill a snow globe? Wasn't that like a skit that you did? You killed a snow globe or something?
I don't remember doing that.
It was the snowman.
Oh, it was the one with the holiday, and you tried to get the song to end on the right thing, and you ended up doing the surgery and the stuff.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Glad we cleared that up.
Elferlight says, "Kyle explained the smudgy glasses in the Half-Life video. They're scratched up because I've been through battles and stuff. They look like that in the second Half-Life video too. The suit was pristine for the first one, and then once we moved into Half-Life 2, we ended up dirtying the suit up and throwing blood on it and scratching the glasses up. That's what that is. But in
Notice
some of the
these
shots,
screw-
it was out of focus, so it just looked like the glasses were fogged. So
But it's not out of focus. It's just bloom, more bloom. All the bloom textures. It was authenticity.
all right, well, I think that probably about does it for tonight's podcast. I'm gonna go sleep in for Saturday. Ethan is now a different kind of bird.
No.
Monday's video will be starring me and Jeffrey, and it's slightly different than what we usually do, but I think it turned out pretty funny, so you can look forward to that.
So that's the thing is, like, you and Jeffrey seem to be like the team that like it's a Kyle and Jeffrey. Like, you never know what's gonna happen, right? Because you made that Pokemon
well,
one.
for
And that
a
was
while
pretty
you
cool.
did know what was going to happen. It was going to be me wearing a beard and terrorizing Jeffrey. That was pretty much all that happened with the two of us.
But wait, what about that? What about the? My favorite one was it was the Oculus Rift joke one.
Oh, right, yeah.
That when you salted Jeffrey's eggs. I don't know why that joke made me laugh so much.
Music Musket asks, "Do you want to kill a snowman?"
Do you want to kill a snowman? Doesn't have to be a snowman.
See, if I'm at the point where I'm killing snowmen, it means that snowmen have become sapient, and I don't want to live in that world. That's
Do you
a
want to
sad
kill
place to
it?
be.
That
Sad place to
happened
be.
in
Orange.
multiple fictional universes. That was a Calvin and Hobbes and a Doctor Who plot.
Dude, the Calvin and Hobbes one was way better.
Yeah, I was not.
Yes,
yeah.
you're correct, actually.
Haha, I win.
You can say that about most things in life, and you're probably right. Like,
Yeah.
Blank versus Calvin and Hobbes, you don't get a whole lot of victors for the former.
All right, we should go and end it. If we keep talking, we're just going to keep talking until we pass out. So, thank you, everybody,
All right.
for joining us for the podcast this late at night. Next week end will probably be Saturday morning again, so And I'm not sure what'll go on. Maybe we'll try to get another YouTuber guest or something. Anybody who has suggestions for people to try to contact, even if we don't know them personally, let me know, because I'd actually like to get in touch with more YouTubers. Ethan is now present.
Oh God, he has a child.
So bye
not
from me.
okay.
No, wait.
Guys, say
I
bye.
gotta return to my...
Say bye. We need to figure
Bye.
out a way to end.
Hey, bye.
Why are
Bye.
we so bad at
Jeez.
ending things?
I don't
You
know.
people
We're
who
like-
listen to us now,
so
hear
bad.
us now. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Everybody stay quiet. So the outro. Don't do that.